My name is Justin, and welcome to Moonlight Less Than Moonlight, a channel where we talk exclusively about poems from BIPOC, LGBTQIA, neurodiverse, and other underrepresented voices. Now, you might be wondering two things. Why the exclusivity? Why Moonlight Less Than Moonlight? To answer the second question first, back in college, a friend of mine introduced me to a poem from my favorite poet, Wallace Stevens. Part 3. The milkman came in the moonlight, and the moonlight was less than moonlight. Nothing exists by itself. The moonlight seemed to. To this day, what I love about this stanza is how it paints a scene of portrait-like austerity in order to reinforce the opposite message, that the austere unity of the scene is fabricated, and the pieces coexist in such a way as to create tension within themselves. The moonlight was less than itself because it, for an instant, became more of the other, how all light bends around objects, like milkmen. Yet the irony isn't lost on me, as a white cis-ace man, that the thing which seemed to exist by itself is white. Which is why I wanted to start this channel, to earnestly engage with historical and contemporary poets of marginalized communities and use my privileges to uplift their voices, discuss their work, and create a space where others don't feel like they seem to exist by themselves. Which is my answer to your first question. Because of the biases built into the structure of our society, and because of the way this affects the people you personally get to hear, it's important we purposefully try to counteract this bias together. If you'll permit me to be personal for a second, do you know how when you try to think back to a time before you met whoever is important in your life right now, you can't really remember it? Maybe it wasn't bad, or maybe it was, but you definitely know it was less in some way. I want to share with you poems and poets that have had that effect on me. My life would be less if I hadn't sought out the work of these writers who would have passed me by if I didn't specifically look for them. Because right now, ideas and people are filtered out of society in a way that makes it less than it could be. So I want to share these moonlight moments where I got to become less of myself and more of another. So, if that interests you, welcome to our shared existence.